Back, everybody.
Back, part 2. Sorry about the little break. We had to go get some drinks and whatnot.
And also we realized how long the video time was running.
But we actually have to stop in the middle of X Division and I's rant because J50 actually has something to say. This is a new development. We just have to stop and listen to this.
To be honest, when it comes to card collectors, this is really my main beef pretty much with card collectors. I particularly don't understand, I mean, most of the time, being a player of the game, I'd rather get the card not based on its rarity, but because I want to use it. That's the main reason I go off and get a card. I don't care about the rarity, what it's worth, anything. As long as I've got it, that's what matters to me, because that's the way the Duelist game works. If you don't have the card, what's the point in using it?
And I'm going to kind of piggyback off him for a minute. I think a lot of us, we have kind of forgotten about, this is a card game. I don't think Takahashi designed this so somebody can say, oh, I've got a $100 something card here because it's so good. Well, yeah, it's good. But it's a piece of paper. I mean, with the right stuff, you can print one off the computer and run one as a proxy card, which, not saying I do that. I don't do that, and I'm not recommending it either. But, still, somebody can do that. It's just that easy.
Just saying, someone with a high quality printer can make these as realistic
Yugioh cards
and close to it as possible, and you will never know the difference.
Also, this is where I want to try to come back at my point where I said I don't care about the rarity. I've got one card specifically in my main deck, I'm holding it in my hand right now, that shows an example of, well, one, true friendship, because it was a card I got from my best friend, and two, shows I don't care about its rarity because it's in a working deck. This card example right here. Original rarity, Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, still in near mint condition.
Well, actually,
practically,
to tell you the truth, regardless of rarity, regardless of friendship, that card is very, very expensive.
It's very expensive.
Because this card has never been reprinted.
No, it's been reprinted. The reason a lot of these things go up is because of just how good they are in competitive play. It was like Duality, when Duality came out, we've lost Pot of Greed, we've lost just about every draw card in the game, and Duality comes out. You can pick up 3, you can pick one, add it to your hand, shuffle the other 2 back in.
And it doesn't even say it's a draw, so appropriate won't work.
Yeah, no, an appropriate won't even work on it.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, going back to the example of the Envoy of the Beginning, particularly, well, since I know nothing about rarity, to be honest, I'm going to have to ask, what rarity is that?
Ultra rare.
Yeah, ultra rare.
Ultra rare, okay?
Ultra rare, polar picture.
Don't say I never taught you something in your life.
Now I said, this is one thing, though, because I'm in the gameplay, and to be honest, this is another thing that cites me for not knowing rarity. I don't care about rarity. And I think that, in this kind of topic, that kind of gives me an edge, so to speak.
And now, going kind of back to my Takahashi comment, it was designed for people to be able to
read, actually. He never designed a game. Well, he designed a comic book.
Yes, he designed the manga, which spawned this, which I still don't think he ever had that in mind. Which is kind of weird because all of them come with his name on them anyway, so he had to have some kind of a hand in this.
He still owns the rights.
He had to have some kind of hand in
But the main reason, for example, again, with the Envoy of the Beginning scenario, like I said, my best friend gave me this card regardless of its rarity or not. Why? Because I wanted to put it in a working deck and I can use it. And that's what I've done ever since I've had it.
Konami, please, let me say this. Please bring back Chaos Emperor Dragon.
Yes, please. Please.
And when you do that, please bring back Dark Magician of Chaos as well.
Because, as a side topic, out of the 4 Chaos monsters, what are we allowed? A 3,000 point monster who can attack twice per turn and can remove 1 monster on the field from play
and an unlimited number of
by giving up his battle phase, and an unlimited number of Chaos Sorcerers who once per turn you can remove 1 monster on the field from play, but give up your monster's attack. That's all we've got.
Going off on the other 2 Chaos that are banned, sorry we keep diverting from all this, but, it's just kind of a rant video. I'm not sure how many parts.
It's open discussion.
It's open discussion.
This is what I'm thinking, though. When it comes to Chaos Emperor Dragon, because of the 5Ds, and now Zeal coming into play, or Zexal, whatever it's called, let's think about it. How
Some
many
people pronounce
how-
it Zeal,
I know,
some
because we pronounce it differently.
Whichever it
How
is.
many cards now are there, Stardust Dragon, Starlight Road, that can negate Chaos Emperor Dragon's effect and destroy him? How
Which one is
many
it?
are there? Shooting Star.
Shooting
Any
Star.
form of Stardust Dragon or any Stardust support card
I know.
can practically negate
That's-
and destroy.
I have to honestly ask that question. Why not allow it back in? I mean, I could name 5 cards just off the top of my head that can beat it, and one of them is simple: Bottomless Trap Hole.
Also,
Dead.
I know we probably can understand why Envoy was let back in the game, at least to 1, because there are so many cards you can use to destroy him if his effect kicks in. Divine Wrath,
Plus so many cards now that you have to attack them twice to kill them.
Yes,
He's the only one that can do that. now.
we can understand that.
One thing I don't understand here is, okay, we get Battle Pack Up Dawn. It's a mass reprint set.
And Dark Magician of Chaos.
Harpies Feather Duster.
Dark Magician of
Dark
Chaos.
Magician of Chaos.
Tournament legal outlaw.
Machior the Destructor.
Yes.
What in the hell were you thinking when you reprint a series with nothing but banned cards in it?
Someone's going to say, Yugi, stop
Okay,
using banned cards.
Sealed pack play. What is sealed pack play? Do we eliminate the
As we-
also ever held dear advanced set of rules for the game?
And we don't have much of a thing to go on. Last I recall, they haven't made a rule book for sealed pack play, have they?
I do not believe there is rulings for sealed pack play. Except for the fact
I understand
you
that
use
you.
the cards you
Yes,
get out the packs.
that's the one rule I understand. You open the pack, you build a deck out of what you got, go with it. But I have to sit here and wonder, how do you do it? Does the ban list still apply? Do all the other rules still apply? Or is it just go at it?
Please, someone tell us this.
Yes, please.
But anyway,
Someone give us rulings
Let's
on
get
these.
back onto the subject of card collecting.
We're battle pack whores as it is. We can finally make something work out of this.
I think we've diverted too far. Well, anyways, as far as the collectors go,
Yes.
Collectors do have. It's a business for them. It's their living.
So to
But
speak.
at the same time, they have a job as well.
Yes, I can
Now,
afford
if
to.
this is your primary source, okay, I can understand if you're like the #1 ranked duelist in the entire world.
Yugimoto.
Not even sure who that is.
Who's not even real, but we know.
There's actually
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh.
a ranking system on the Konami
Nice.
website.
Yeah.
Nice.
But out of the entire Connorsville, Indiana, that's where we are located from, essentially.
Indiana, people. Indiana.
Out of the 765 area code, I think I am the best duelist.
We have kind of.
Confirm this.
Does the original champion still even play?
Believe me, not many people around here play the subject
The
of Yu-Gi-Oh.
original champion, I do believe I was the last person to duel him, and I beat him.
Dang.
I mean,
So I won the
I mean,
title.
did he retire? Or is he still going at it?
He still has his card,
to be
so to
honest,
speak.
I think out of the entire area that we live, Connorsville, Indiana, I don't think there are many people that actually play the game anymore.
I don't think there's anyone here who really.
Well, actually, I think there's quite a few people play the game where Walmart went and still sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
It's
Yes,
true.
when our Walmart still sold Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Now I can see why they would still sell that, because there are probably more people who are
But
like
here's the thing:
We need
more
a hobby
generations
store.
are starting to get
how
into the
many
game.
people admit that they play though? That's
Exactly,
the real
that's the
question.
big question. How many people admit it besides us three? Probably like 3, 4, 5 more.
How many of us are not afraid to agree we're 18, 19, 20 years old and we still play a children's card game? I admit it wholeheartedly.
Same here.
This game has probably got me some of the best friends I can have.
Okay.
These two.
Well-
That's it. These two.
Even though one's technically brother, not
And the
friend.
one that plays the stupid fairies who I want to kill.
Well,
In love.
I do have this. In essence, people copy other people's decks. Okay, I understand people who add their own flavor. Six Samurai. Okay, it's an archetype. It's a top tier deck. In my honest opinion, it still is. Rather, you consider it to be one or not.
It really is. I agree.
You really can't say it's not though, because it still performs so effectively.
Yes.
What in today's game absolutely stops samurais? There's only one card that I know that can outdo them by battle almost every time, and that's Kinetic Soldier. But Zombie World changes that.
Zombie World.
Exodia
Kinda
can put a
stop.
stop to it, period. If you just
If
draw
you
the
got
5
him.
pieces.
If you got him.
If you've got him, you draw all 5
which
pieces.
is a 1 out of however many cards left in the deck chance of drawing just 1 piece.
Didn't an Exodia deck win a championship recently?
I don't know, dude.
By the way,
This kid's cards.
Exodia, not for trade unless you want to settle it up with
This is where we could say, yeah, you can rant on collectors. I've collected the pieces of Exodia, but I mean, that was just for the nostalgia of it. I mean, it's Exodia. You can't get him anywhere.
And plus,
anymore.
it's the natural feeling of, okay, I've got 1 or 2 pieces. I want to try to get the rest of them.
Okay, yeah, but at the same time, you can say that about Destiny Board. You can say that about
or maybe like
Sacred Beast. You can say that about the Signer Dragons,
the Chaos
Egyptian
Monsters.
Gods.
Anything.
The Chaos Monsters really wasn't designed.
You know, there are 4 though in total.
But really, there's really only 2 when you really think about that.
2 that are allowed in the game, but 4 in total.
Chaos is a term that's no longer determined by that. See, Chaos Sorcerer, then you have... Chaos is not mentioned anywhere in Blackluster Soldier's name. Chaos is a term that is used for any monster that summoning is a remove from play of a light and a dark monster. Which Light Pulsar and Dark Flare are now the new members of the family.
And Eclipse Wyvern kind of helps them with it because it can put one or the other in the graveyard.
Exactly.
Or no, it removes them from play.
But
and then whenever it's removed from play,
anyway, though.
It. But yes, there's a time whenever collecting was meant for something like Exodia was. Let's face it.
That was something you wanted to collect because you win the game.
If you are as old as us and you do not have the aspirations of getting your hands on these 5 cards, not sure if the camera can see them, or not, these 5 cards, you did not have ambition as a duelist and would never succeed.
Yeah.
Even if it's borrowing, even if it's just using, touching, if everyone's goal was Exodia. I don't care who you are. You saw an Exodia piece, you got it. And you know what? You traded it top dollar too. Because if you either had 1 or 2 goals, get this Exodia piece, trade it, make the other guy trade out the ass for it because you know he's stupid and can't really offer, really. Hey, you know, here's the thing. No. It's about the card. It's about something. Like, I've heard this done before.
The heart of the cards, baby.
Okay. Let's just say this. If a little 10-year-old kid pulled a card D out of a pack, and all he wanted was a Stardust Dragon, I would trade him a Stardust Dragon for the card D. I'm not screwing anyone over. The kid wanted a Stardust Dragon. I gave him what he wanted, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I have a card D, anybody. I'm just saying that's the situation possible.
You know, but that's basically
if that happened.
Trading or buying the cards for what they were intended to be done or used for in a deck to actually duel somebody.
Trade.
That was the purpose.
For a game. Like, no, I can understand the need for competitive play. But yet I do not understand the need of the mass competitive play. You got YCS. This is all done by Shonen Jump. Why is it Shonen Jump the only company that really does these games? Now, there used to be a time Upper Deck. Okay, I understand why Upper Deck lost its rights to the game. And that's whenever Yu-Gi-Oh! Really took a
nosedive.
That's when Yu-Gi-Oh! Took a nosedive.
Whenever Konami sued Upper Deck, that's whenever every Yu-Gi-Oh! Player essentially felt the same systematic bitch slap.
At that exact same moment in time.
Because
I wondered what that was.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX,
I know, I swear
I'm not sure what
happened.
happened. There was some negotiation deals that went wrong. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Season 4 never aired. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds was confirmed to come to America. So they stopped Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
And they stopped 5Ds right in the middle of the Dark Signers.
Well, not really.
They finised that.
They finished the Dark Signer arc. They stopped 5Ds.
Right after the second season.
Okay, I think they dueled. Team 5Ds beat Team New World, and there's supposed to be like 3 or 4 major duels left in the season.
I think if I'm right, there were 5 seasons in total, but from what I remember, they pretty much stopped after the second season.
Well, official season 1 ended after Fortune Cup.
Yeah, that was the official season.
Season
2 was the Dark Signers.
Was right after
season
Beat
3
Him,
was.
I think
season 3 was Crashdown.
Pretty much. So they stopped right after season 2 with the American broadcast.
I don't even remember it finishing because the last one I remember was it just finished with Crow running off a road or something, shadow dueling Greiger, and I'm sitting here watching this. I'm like, all right, this comes on next week. I come back next week.
There's no 5Ds.
Like, what happened?
What?
Where'd it go?
I was too. I remember that.
I mean, I remember back when we were watching Battle City. Battle City's almost over. Yes, it's gonna be good. They start over again. What?
Which I understand this factor. You have so much time you have
to
and you
get
cannot
an
end it too soon.
Yeah.
You got
you got
to add a stop block, so to speak.
You got to add a point into
you got to add a gate block.
Rehasher.
Yeah.
I see your gate blocker and I use obliterate.
Exactly. Now then, we're gonna have to stop here because it'll be about time for possibly a part 3.
All right.
Okay.
Pause for part 3.